Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to September Fireside Chat. I have a guest I've been really trying to get on here for years. Well, talk about it. One of my really close friends, Andrew Nelson, he's been helping families and individuals with all of their financial needs for years now. He's managing partner at an incredible investment firm, Human Investing Local, here in Lake Oswego, and so honored to have him on here. He's just an outstanding human, one of my best friends, and thank you so much for joining us.
First time, long time. Fireside chat.
I know, man. We talked about it, we joked about it, and now it's happening. So
you built the brand.
Yeah. So just getting right into mortgages right now. Mortgage rates have come down since last month, which is really welcome. We have seen them tick up a little bit since the Fed actually lowered the Fed funds rate. We have an interesting chart here. Andrew actually brought it in here that we'll put up that shows the correlation here between the Fed funds rate and 30-year fixed interest rates. And see what happens, what happened last time they cut. Also this time they cut is there's an expectation of the Fed fund rate cut that finds its way into mortgage-backed securities, typically well in advance of the actual cut. And then once they do cut, you don't necessarily see a big drop at that time. And the last couple of times, we've actually seen a little bit of an increase. But there is definitely a correlation, as you can see from the chart. And so thank you for bringing that in, Andrew. But, Andrew's going to talk a little bit about predicting interest rates. After all of your years of financial expertise, what do you have to say about predicting interest rates?
Tough. I would say,
I agree.
I'm going to show a chart. I always think about this with predicting interest rates. This is 2019 when the world was certain that rates were going to rise at that point in time. This is from Wall Street Journal. And you could see there was 50 economists throughout the country that's like, oh, here's exactly where interest rates are going to go. And then that dark black line is what actually happened.
Wow.
And so anytime that I think about predicting equity markets, predicting interest rates, I have a little slice of humility, because it's these people are the smartest of the smart and just challenging. And I think that for me as a millennial, I'm influenced by things like The Big Short and just, you have to just wait for the dip, just wait for this timing event to occur and then go and take action.
Yeah.
And I think that that's a fool's errand. Just trying to, this is for sure going to happen and then take action once that occurs. So we see that with people all the time, not only just in interest rates, whether they're trying to refinance, purchase a home, just wait for the home price to do fill in the blank and then take action. Yeah. But we see that in equity markets too. And I think that this year is a really good example in 2025.
Oh yeah, another graph for us.
So we're looking at S&P 500 as of this morning was up about 13.5% year to date. And if we go back to that low point in the market where we were 18.75% off the highs, I don't think that people would have guessed that this would have occurred.
Yeah.
So we go back, we're having conversations with clients, we're planning based. So a lot of our clients were, not trying to make these knee-jerk reactions. But still, if you put yourself back into that beginning of April timeframe, it was a scary time. But having that, it's a good example of long-term outlook. Take a planning-based approach and don't try to make these, guesstimates of what's going to happen with whether it be retirement dollars, how you're thinking about interest rates, et cetera.
Yeah. Now, obviously, 2020, nobody can predict that. So that was a kind of one of those COVID coming and nobody can predict that. So that's a little outlier. But also, since then, I feel like it's been equally hard to predict where interest rates are going. I don't think anybody projected the increase that we saw, dramatic increase. I think people knew that they were going to rise, but how dramatically from the lows has been pretty crazy. So good to see them back down. Totally agree. So difficult, even for the best of the best, to find ways to.
And I would say just
be hesitant to
have that financial plan that's dictating decisions as opposed to which way is the wind blowing.
Yeah.
I can totally afford this payment. I can totally retire tomorrow, but it's not a guesstimate. It's based in your plan.
Yeah. Great wisdom. Talk to me a little bit about, we've seen some tax changes coming.
Yeah, we have.
What do you see that could impact some of our viewers here based on any of these tax changes, or what kind of conversations are you having with your clients right now?
Yeah. So this is going to be our biggest tax planning season, in the last 5 to 7 years. So in addition to financial planning, we actually also do individual tax returns in addition to the planning work. So I'll give a shout out to Luke, Holly and Elise, they've been working hard coming up to this post 10-15 timeframe.
Yeah.
So with the one big beautiful bill, one of the main things that we're talking to our clients about is SALT deductions. So that's state and local tax. So what we're looking at here is in 2024, here's a family with an annual income of $150,000.
Yeah.
And let's say that they paid, state income tax in the state of Oregon, what's a little over $10,000. They had their property taxes of $7,000. They were capped at being for deductions for those two things at $10,000. Versus in 2025, they're going to be able to fully deduct those two items, right? They're going to be able to fully deduct that $18,266.
Because what's the limit now?
It goes up to $40,000. And so
that's huge.
I know it's huge. There's some, it starts to taper off as your income is above 500,000
for household.
It's for both married, filing jointly and single. It's unique in that way. You think it'd be different. And as you go from 500,000 to 600,000 in income, you start to reduce your deductibility from that 40,000 back down to 10. So if you have over 600,000 in income, you're back to that 10,000.
Gotcha.
So in this case, we created this scenario that we're presenting to some of the companies that we work with or the individuals and families that we serve because it's really meaningful.
Yeah.
In 2024, we're saying that this family had a mortgage. They weren't able to deduct that interest. They gave charitably. They weren't able to deduct that. They took the standard deduction. As opposed to in 2025, they're able to go in, deduct that mortgage interest, benefit in a tax efficient way from the charitable contributions. And so all in, they're going to be saving from a tax standpoint, almost $2,000.
Yeah.
So really meaningful savings. So what does this mean? It just means that it's more than ever because of this tax change. It's worth to do your tax planning in this Q4 timeframe.
Yeah.
Because you maybe are on the fence about, does it make sense for me to give charitable this year or next year? How much should I be doing? Maybe they're looking to buy a home and you never want the tax decision to go before the actual decision that you're making or the tax benefit or takeaway.
Yeah.
But it does factor into the calculus about what someone should be doing and how they should be thinking about their 2025 return.
For sure. That's really cool to see. Do you know how long that's in place for? That's putting on
28, 29, Luke Holly. Give me a, I think it's right in there.
Okay. That's good. That's awesome stuff. Well, we are both big sports fans. There's a big Ryder Cup coming up this week.
It's happening right now. It's happening right this second.
Yes. Yeah. Who are you seeing? What do you think? Does the U.S. have a chance?
I hope so. They're losing. They lost the morning session this morning. I think they're tied as we're taping right now.
Okay.
But I mean, they're at Bethpage. They're in New York.
If you make a prediction on that in the Ducks game, who are you taking?
So for both?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go USA with the comeback. I'm going Ducks on the road in State College.
Dude, I'm going same.
Okay.
Gotta go US, gotta go Ducks on the road. What a game. Game day game.
That's game day game. I know.
Night at Penn State.
Still a Beaver fan.
Yeah.
I love the Ducks on the road.
But I love the Ducks. I love the Ducks a lot. So
I love the Beavs a lot.
Good stuff. Well, also always like to talk about a song of the month here. And mine is sticking with the Justin Bieber theme.
Okay.
Swag 2. Everything Hallelujah. Man, it's just such a great uplifting song. I just like everything Hallelujah, man. It just makes me feel good.
It does. Any shout outs for where you're getting that right from?
You sent it to me first, my sister. Okay. And our guy Brock is always sending us some good tunes, and
congrats on the wedding, Brock, by the way.
Congrats, buddy. So
my song of the month, gosh, it's fall.
Yeah.
Feels good. But I'm going to go back to a great memory from a couple years ago. You were there. I was there. Our wives were there.
Yes.
Mom was there. Your brother, Edie. Era's tour. Shout out to Heather for getting the tickets. That was meaningful. That was hard. Capital One card.
Yeah.
No free ads. But I'm going to go the opening song of Era's tour, Miss Americana and the Heartbreak Prince.
Such a good memory. That was awesome.
I remember the clock on as the concert was getting ready to go, the countdown, and then all the people coming out, kind of the wavy beginning. But my oldest daughter, Nora, also loves that song. She jams hard in the car to that song. We jammed to that this weekend on our road trip back up. But I'll go with that as mine. It's kind of a throwback.
Yeah.
Not Swag 2, because Swag 2 came out just like what, a couple of days ago?
Probably about 3 weeks ago.
Okay. Kids are gonna get me for that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good stuff.
But awesome. Well, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If we can ever be of assistance in any way, I'll put our information here down below. Again, Andrew, thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, brother.
See, first time, long time.
First time, long time. Let's have you on again.
Okay. Love it.
Thanks, guys.
Good stuff.
It's actually, buddy. Just crushed it.